6:20 left in the third. 20-6 Hokie lead. Now it's second and long. 18 yards to go for the William & Mary Tribe. They're back near the 50-yard line. Ball's at the 47. Shotgun, 4 wideouts. Snap back to Cluley. Plenty of time. Flushes out to the right. Chased down by Luther. Maddie got him by the helmet. Rips him down. Flag flies. That could be a personal foul.
Smash defense number 92. 15-yard penalty. First down.
5.5 to go in the third with Virginia Tech leading by 2 touchdowns. Luther Maddie had all the time in the world to wrap up Cluley, but he went high, grabbed the face mask, and now all of a sudden 2 back-to-back sacks turn into a fresh set of downs for the Tribe.
Well, you watch that play and you have 2 different thoughts. One is it's unfortunate for the Hokies, whose defensive line really got after Cluley. But the other one is, keep in mind, the Hokies rushed 4 on the past 2 plays and absolutely tore up the offensive line for the Tribe. How much confidence does that give Bud Foster to know that you can just send 4 and your defensive backfield is as loaded as anything you could possibly have against a very inexperienced quarterback?
Now let's do the 1st and 10 from the 32 in Virginia Tech territory. Snap back to Cluley. Floats one. Far side. He's got one-on-one coverage. His receiver leaps up. Can't make the catch. Kendall Fuller blocks it down to the turf.
He's good, Kevin. Boy, is he good.
Devontae Delman was the freshman receiver battling with Kendall Fuller. 6 interceptions last year. Andrew, he was a freshman.
Kevin, I remember the first game against Alabama. Kendall Fuller was going up against Armani Cooper. All-American wide receiver, shut him down. With all due respect to Devontae Dedman, no chance.
Hokies come back out in a 4-3 set. They're showing blitz. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Ball is at the 32. William & Mary facing the left end zone. With 5 left to play in the third quarter, the snap is back. Handoff left. Kendall Anderson trudges past the 30, but wrapped up from behind. Tackled after a 4-yard gain.
Derek DiNardo again with another nice play running down the back from behind on that one.
Big third down right now for the Tribe. Virginia Tech has a 20-6 lead over the 22nd best team in FCS. Ball's in the far hash, just below the fresh new ACC logo at the 28. 4.5 to play in the third. Cluley in a shotgun, the sophomore quarterback for the Tribe. 3 wideouts, 2 to his left. The snap, here's a big rush. Throws right over Anderson, out of bounds. It flies over the 15-yard line. 4th down upcoming for William & Mary.
Do you go for this if you're Jimmy Laycock? Boy,
it's an interesting choice. It's a long field goal. He does have a pretty decent field goal kicker, and John Carpenter, who is a senior, looks like he's going to bring out the unit. Still a 2-possession game if Carpenter were to hit this field goal. Right now looks like it's going to be about a 45-yarder from the far hash.
It's a 2-possession game with a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal. So as a coach, a lot of times you want to keep things as competitive for as long as you can make them competitive.
See if William & Mary capitalizes off the turnover. Snap is down, the kick is up, bending, just inside the left, upright, field goal is good.
Timeout on the field.
Just a little less than 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. William & Mary sticking with Virginia Tech. A 20-9 lead at Lane Stadium in front of over 60,000 stunned fans right now. Come back with us right after this. Virginia Tech gets the football after the kickoff on the Virginia Tech IMG Sports Network. Little less than 4.5 to play in the third quarter. Virginia Tech clinging to an 11-point lead. It's 20-9. After a field goal conversion for the Tribe, they're about to kick it back right to left to the Hokies. Kevin Fitzgerald with you, along with Andrew Allegretta. The Hokies a top 5 defense last season, but it's William & Mary that's forcing the turnovers this afternoon.
Now, the Tribe, again, has always kept these games against FBS teams competitive, beating Virginia a couple of years ago, playing all the other ones within the past 5 years within 2 touchdowns or so. No different and no surprise that this game remains close. With a lot of new faces on the field for Virginia Tech, so that's part of it.
Only 5 returners on the offensive end. We'll see Michael Brewer and company after the kickoff. Ryan Carpenter, who just booted the field goal a few moments ago, lines up to the football and swings it far and deep into the end zone. Caught by Dimitri Knowles. He takes it out past the 10, down to the 20, and wrapped up and brought down after a return of about 22 yards.
Down line number 48, Peyton Ryder.
Virginia Tech with the 20-9 lead. Little over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. William and Mary just converted on a field goal. Here comes the former Texas Tech quarterback Michael Brewer and the offense. In their home maroon jerseys, they're going to start in their own zone at the 20-yard line near hash. 4 wideouts. He's going to spread it to start. Brewer in the shotgun. William Mary shows blitz. Here they come. A quick handoff up the middle. There's Shy McKenzie. Barrels past the 30 and finally tackled after a 15-yard gain at the 35.
Plays like that have been missing from Tech's offense for the past 2 years at the very least. Trey Edmonds was good last year, suffered nearly a catastrophic leg injury, but consistent 15-yard pickups haven't been there.
William and Mary came with the blitz on the outside. McKenzie finds the hole up the middle. 1st and 10, right down the middle of the field at the 35. The snap to Brewer, fakes the give to McKenzie. Time in the pocket, slings it right. Wide open, Isaiah Ford makes the catch across the 50-yard line, down at the 45.
Great throw. Michael Brewer had some pressure, stepped up in the pocket, found the soft spot in the zone, had some touch on that one, right? Lobbed it right over the top of that near side linebacker in front of the safety. That is an all-around good quarterback play.
He hasn't looked rattled at all. 20 of 27 this afternoon, 2 TDs. 1st and 10 in plus territory at the 45. Snap, handoff left. There goes McKenzie again. Rushes past the 40, and 3 white jerseys surround him and yank him down to the turf. Just inside the 40 at the 39. Virginia Tech, they're driving left to right across the turf here at Lane Stadium. Just past the VT logo. We've got a 2nd and 4 coming up. 3 to play in the third quarter. The Hokies trying to etch out a touchdown would be their first of the second half. In a pistol, snap on 2nd and 5, goes to Brewer, handoff right, McKenzie, big blocking room, he's out across the 30, stumbles to the 20, inside the 10, dives for the pylon, touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Those stretch plays over the past couple of minutes have been huge for the running back coach Shane Beamer, for the offensive coordinator Scott Leffler. They have moved the line. They have moved him left. They have moved him right. They have spread out that defensive line, which is so good for the Tribe. And this time, the speed, the quickness, the agility of Shy McKenzie, the freshman, on the board with his first touchdown.
The extra point from Joey Sly splits the uprights. It's in at a 27-9 lead for Virginia Tech over William and Mary. Shy McKenzie, his final year of high school in 2013, he tore his ACL. What a way to start his career with the Hokies in game 1.
He's going to be a big-time back. Between Marshawn Williams, between Shy McKenzie, you can see a real nice 1-2 punch that the Hokies might think back to, Kevin Jones or Lee Suggs or Ryan Williams and some of their Darren Evans, some running backs within the past 7 to 8 years. They've got backs back in the backfield to do big things.
He's a freshman, a good start. Hokies trying to win the season opener at Lane Stadium, a 27-9 lead with 2:45 to go in the third. Kickoff comes right back after this on the Virginia Tech IMG Sports Network.